Hello, this is Haiku here for another historic Pauper match. We're playing against Axel Bloodmoon again. I'm still on the Mardu deck. We'll see if Axel brings a different deck. So this could be black-white, or I mean red-white, red-white, not black-white, or it could be red-black, like a Reckoner Raid and then Synth. And then I also have access to Torch. Synth. Is a Synth enough? So opponent goes first, so I'm on the draw. Play this. I have some life gain, I have some removal spells, and I have a redraw. I think this is a keep. Okay. So against a Thornwood Falls, I probably want to get my Thraben Inspector down as soon as possible. Yeah, so I'm going to do this on white. The nice part is the Bojuka Bog might be a little bit relevant. It's probably not going to be. I mean, versus Fog. Well, now I don't even have to find out. I can hold it a little bit longer. Okay, so he's on like a green-blue control deck. So this is going to go on black. Alright, now I'm set up with my mana. Feels pretty good. I think I want a Reckoner Raid. He might have a negate for this. Ooh, he doesn't. I think I would have rather that get negated than my Reckless Impulse, even though I don't have any momentum on the board right now, I think. But anyway, not getting either countered is also fine. Okay. So I could Synth. Synth seems like a strong play. Impulse also. I like Impulse because it can give me some more land drops. Sweet. Although now I'm in the situation where I'm going to have to resolve next turn to use that card advantage. Which I probably want to do either way. Oh, okay, I've played this deck before. Okay, so it uses a bunch of Power Stones to power out some big boys. So this is going to be a little bit... I gotta speed it up. Tithing Blade is a new addition that will deal with this deck fairly well. He does have a couple instant speed threats, but most of them are sorcery speed. And they don't have ETBs, so yeah, Tithing Blade really lines up actually pretty well now that I think about it. Okay, let's get some more land drops. And it's fine if he wants to counter that. Okay. No land drops there. Torch, Tithing Blade. I could just run out the mechanic. That doesn't seem ideal. I might be digging myself a hole with too many stuff to cast next turn, but I think it's going to be alright. He was hesitant to cast the first run's resolve, so sweet. So cleared 4 cards that would have clogged the top of my deck. Okay, and now I have removal for his threats. So yeah, this is the flash threat, and then he has several other threats. So I'll start the turn with a Synth. Synth on the white land. Synth paid. Okay, so Synth paid with the white. Okay, sweet. Alright, so I can just Torch. So I'll probably play the mountain, Torch, the rock, and then Tithing Blade, and then Okiba Reckoner Raid. That seems like a pretty good turn. I waste 1 Torch. That's acceptable. See how that is not as fun. Okay, so I don't think this is where I want to be. I just want to be more draw. Okay, so I don't have another land. So I could torch and then save the Tithing Blade. No, I can't because I don't have stuff to sack to it. Forgot if I played a land this turn. Yeah, I did play land this turn. Alright. Could I wait? I guess I could technically wait. Then I could Tithing Blade. Oh man, yeah, I guess I could. But he might counter, but then it's 2 counters. Yeah. This might be a little bit greedy. Not just a little bit, this is a lot greedy, but I think it's okay. So Tithing Blade, Tithing Blade. Hopefully one of those resolves. Yeah, so it's gonna resolve now. Okay. So Tithing Blade. And then I'll mechanic back the Tithing Blade. So let's do this. So let's not show him that I have another Tithing Blade. I guess even this turn I could have started with a synth and taken it from there. So now it's going to be, unless he runs out of creature, I'm not going to really want to run the synth out since I'm getting low on removal spells. Yeah. Dang. So let's attack first. I have Torch. Sack the Tithing Blade as backup. Against a flash threat, so I think I'll go for that. So he flashes in the rock, I torch it, and that way I can set up my synth. Okay, well, I still think I synth. Just hopefully I hit good here. A Tithing Blade would even be acceptable, although not ideal. Okay, let's get white. And then, so I could crack my synth, which would seem reasonable, or flip my Tithing Blade. Let's do this. One issue with this is now I don't have a synth in play to bounce if I draw more. Bouncy bounce. Okay. Yep. Okay. So I think let's try to burn it right now. So I have this other Tithing Blade that I can flip, so that's fine. Skyfisher, yep. So yeah, so this is the issue with getting rid of my my synth. He's got the avatar, he's got the deck sleeves. It's all set up here. It's a lot of life he's gaining here. Alright, so let's do that. Bounce it back with Skyfisher. Guess I should have done this first. Always draw before doing the things. Okay. I think my evasive threat is where I want to put it on. Okay, finally got him below starting life totals here. He's got 4 cards in hand, technically. And then basically I have Tithing Blade, flip Tithing Blade for 1 more creature. Let's do this so I don't run into a rock. What are they called? I've exiled them all. Okay, let's not play my land yet. Figure out if I'm going to Tithing Blade. Sure. This might be the Rubbins, but let's see. Counterspell? Counter. Alright. Let's go ahead and attack in. I don't think this saves him. So you have a fog potentially. Okay. Okay. So Cast and Fire exiling his stuff. Draw spells seem pretty good. Relic does not seem necessary. Voltage Surge seems okay. Strangle, slow. Yeah, Voltage Surge I don't think is where I want to be. Let's see. 6/5, and it's a 3/3 on the front side. Yeah. Echoing Decay. Hopeless Nightmare. I mean, he should be playing Treasure Cruise. I don't think he actually is, but I'm going to pretend that he has Treasure Cruise in the deck and not cite in Hopeless Nightmare. Yes, A-Dawnbringer Cleric is no good. Okay, so none of those other cards are good, so I just have to cut 2 here. So Mogis is a cut. Omen seems pretty good against him. Maybe the Mechanic or Inspector. Let's go here. Basically, I think if I recur Tithing Blade enough times, I'll win this game. Alright, so Wrenn's Resolve. And I have a Torch for the early game. Although Torch doesn't really, by itself, doesn't really hit his creatures. So it is a little bit of a risky keep here. We're just going to take the first probably like 5-ish turns to set up before we start landing our Haymakers. Or my Haymakers are 2/3s and his are 6/5s. Yep. Gotta play that. Never really liked casting the Resolve on the turn that I had to make a land drop to cast it. I did not realize that card. He had played it before against me, I just had forgotten about it. So So yeah, Torch is gonna look great. I could nix the Wishing Well. But this also can remove his big stuff. I think removing his big stuff is more important. So let's use this turn to Wrenn's Resolve. Okay. So now I can Prophetic Prism Synth. Let's see, cash in the Wishing Well. And just thinking about getting the Kor Skyfisher down versus saving it for more value. Oh yeah, if I bounce it, I won't be able to. So I think this is fine. I might be giving him a little bit too much time, but I think it's really close whether I will beat him in the long game or he'll beat me in the long game. So I kind of want to just see if I can compete. Obviously, I was a little bit late there with the Casting of the Fire, having an option to kill the Wishing Well. So that didn't feel like a good option to hold it up. So removal for one of his artifact creatures, removal for one of his other creatures, and then this can recur either more card draw or more removal. Probably going to be removal. Ooh, wow. He's just drawing more. Alright, I guess I have to be the one that make the first commitment on board with Synth. Still has enough mana to crack the Wishing Well. Witching Well. Okay. Let's go here. Interesting, he's not holding up mana to counter, which is really good for me. Okay. Does he have a counter for 2? I think I'm gonna have to play into that. Okay, do I want, I think, another white mana? What's in the cards here? Alright. So if he doesn't play into the board, Skyfisher's bouncing the Synth. And if he does, then Tithing Blade, and it's probably going to be bounce it with Skyfisher. It's very close. This basically makes this a draw into a removal spell, guaranteed. Okay. Plan A here. Counter. It's a tempting counter target. Okay. So he still has Wishing Well mana up, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep digging. Hopefully hit something good with this one. The nice part about the counter is it still ends up in the graveyard, or the broken thing about this card. Alright. Okay, so he is going to have 9 cards in hand, so he's going to want to commit a couple things to the board. He doesn't have much removal, so once I get under his counters, I'm okay. And now committing to the board is a little bit of an issue because it makes this Tithing Blade actually do something. So he has like commit to the board or discard. And then if he's discarding, it's almost equal for both of us to discard. Yep. All right. So I think I'm gonna synth, see what I draw first, see if this resolves. I think he's gonna have to flash in that threat, which cast can finish off. Okay, well this is nice because now he has to decide if he wants to counter my Skyfisher. Stop the endless card draw. Okay. All right. So do I sacrifice my Skyfisher to run into his Rockadoodle-Doo? I mean, I don't think I do actually. I think I'm just gonna go here, see what I draw. If I draw an untapped land, then I can Tithing Blade the creature. And if not, I think I can wait. He wasted his mana this turn. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I developed my board like crazy that turn. Here we go. Wait till I draw a torch. Yep. And it's still going to be an issue, but at least I still have a Kor Skyfisher. Very, very interesting. Okay, so same thing. I go ahead and start with the synthesizer. It's the key to all of this. Just grind out this value. Okay. All right. I think I want to keep some red up. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and tap this one to keep a little bit more red up. Wow. So I could synth. Yeah, I was really hoping to hit a removal spell. But now I'm kind of in this weird situation. I only have 2 more creatures that do anything. All right, well, let's beat out one counter. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is not, yeah, so I'm still clear to attack in. Do I cast? No, cast doesn't seem very good. So in that situation, I'm just going to go ahead and Reckless Impulse. See if I draw an untapped land. Wow. Just the nuts. Just the nuts. Alright, so waste a counter from his perspective. Oh, he didn't even have it. Keep a draw 2 on top. This game is done. Alright. And I cleared off 3 lands off the top of my library. Feels good. Yeah. So I'm dealing 8 a turn. I have 1 removal spell. I still have this. Oh wait, no, it's a different synth. So now I can crack this synth to start the chain next turn. I'm a little bit short on red, so I gotta be a little bit careful. Don't tap too much red. Okay, so synth. Oh, I have the Prophetic Prism as well. Let's see, what's the chances he plays a counter? So let's do this first. Exile you. Does he have bounce? That's the question. He doesn't have anything. And he can't play a creature at instant speed. This feels like a pretty easy attack. Okay. Don't know what opponent's got cooking over there. Alright. That seems like another great card. Alright. So, let's see, the only way that I could lose this is if he has Treasure Cruise in the deck, which, again, I don't think he's playing with Treasure Cruise, but we'll just play as if I could lose this game. So many lands. So now I still have Mechanic, Balanced Tithing Blade, or Balanced Synth. Probably going to be Blade from now on since I have plenty of card advantage in hand. Okay. I think I start here, just in case he flashes in the rock. Okay. GG's! So, I feel like this deck leveled up, and probably my gameplay leveled up, because I remember feeling pretty underdog against this deck last time I played against it. I forgot the outcome of that match, but feeling very, very in control of this game. So, see you guys for another one. Again, shout out that we have the upcoming Historic Pauper tournament coming up on January 6th. And then we're going to start our Historic Pauper ladder season the day after on that Sunday, January the 7th. So come join us in the Discord. It's linked below. We'd love to have you. See ya.